Hello and welcome to the Different Strokes exercise programme. My name is John Graham. I'm the Clinical Director of Physiofunction, one of the UK's leading providers of independent outpatient stroke rehabilitation. I've worked with Different Strokes as an expert physiotherapy advisor for over 20 years. I've devised the classification system for this programme so that you can identify the level that matches your current abilities. Exercising at the correct level will allow you to benefit from exercising regularly at home whilst ensuring your safety at all times. I wish you every success with the programme. Before you begin any exercise programme or begin to follow any of the training recommendations, advice or other instructions, you should first consult your doctor and have a physical examination. The recommendations, advice and instructions provided by Different Strokes and the instructors leading these exercise sessions are in no way intended to replace or to be construed as medical advice. Build up slowly. Start with 1 to 2 sessions a week, gradually increase to 3 to 5 sessions a week. This is your level 3 session with Mathilde. Level 3 sessions are designed for people who can move their affected leg reasonably well, but who may have restricted movement in their affected arm. The exercises are a mixture of seated and standing exercises. For the standing exercises, you will need a sturdy upright chair to assist you with your balance. For your safety and to gain the greatest benefit, you will need to ensure that you have a carer or family member available to supervise your standing.
Hi everyone, welcome back to another exercise video with me Mathilde for Different Strokes. We are doing level 3s today and this is session number 6 where we're doing some cardio intervals. So get ready. We are going to be using a set of dumbbells and that's about it really. And if you make sure that you read the notes that accompany this video as well before starting. So we're just going to get into a quick warm up, marching our feet, getting our bodies moving. Punching out in front now. Okay, good. And marching again. And marching out in front. Good. And out to the sides. And punching out to the sides now. Good, and punching across the body, so twisting. Good, and tapping our heels out in front. Getting our knees warmed up, extending those legs out. Keeping those toes pointing to the sky. Doing this one a little bit slower than the ones before. So really taking our time, looking after those knees, raising them up nice and gently. Squeezing your quads, this muscle here at the top. Good, and now we're going to tap underneath the chair, or as close to the chair as you can go if you don't have an underneath. Good, and reaching down to the sides. So you get a bit of a side stretch and then coming up nice and tall in between each one and back down to the other side. Good, and reaching forwards with one hand and then the other. So we're twisting a bit here. Good, and reaching forwards with both hands, bringing the elbows back, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Good, and reaching up. Lovely, and we'll do a few sit-to stands, so doing as many as we can. And this time I'm going to do about 5. Good. Nice and controlled, don't rush. Do them at your own pace. Good, and onto our toes now. Warming up those ankles, getting those calves moving. And doing alternating now, almost like you're pedaling. Good, and we're going to open up those hips, bringing that leg round nice and wide for 5 on one side. 4, 5, and switch over. Good. 2, 3, 4, 5. And letting those knees drop out as well. Keeping on mobilising those hips. You can let your feet come out as well. Come onto their sides. So you get nice big range of movement. Good. And reaching down. Up nice and tall. And now reaching as high up as you can. Back down. Good. And last one. And we're going to do ear to shoulder. Gently. Side to side. And down and up. Good. And we are pretty much ready to start our intervals. So we're going to be doing 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds for me to explain the next exercise or rest, or for us to transition to the next exercise, because they're going to be a combination of seated and standing ones. For the standing ones, you'll be able to use the chair for a bit of extra support. Right. So, the first exercise is going to be coming up halfway. So, coming out of your chair slightly, off we go. These are half stands, so we're getting our thighs engaged, coming as if we're about to stand all the way up, but then just sitting back down. So working on leaning forwards and propelling ourselves up and getting used to that centre of gravity as we come up into standing. Good. And resting now for 20 seconds, or take your time to come up to the side of the chair, and we're going to do leg circles. So if we're beginning now, doing leg circles with one leg for 20 seconds, holding on with one hand. So you've got that extra support from the chair. Good. And then we're going to go over to the other side of the chair and do the same thing for the remainder of this exercise. Good. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Now for the next one, you can stay seated or standing, but we do want both hands on the weight. So if you need to, that extra stability, do it standing, sitting down. So you're going to push out to the side, push out to the middle, and out to the other side. Off we go. We're starting our 40 seconds work now. And like I said, you can do this seated or standing. It doesn't make too much difference, other than just what you're able to do. Good. So keep pushing. We've done 20 seconds. Keep going from the side to the middle, to the other side, middle, to the side. Good. And we're going to be standing for the next one. So this has got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Popping that weight down and coming round to the back of the chair so that we can hold on for that extra support. We've got 10 seconds. So our next one in 5 seconds is going to be crab walks, which you can either do straight leg going side to side, or with bent leg. Off we go. The bent one is a little bit harder, putting a bit more pressure, working those thigh muscles a little bit more. If you're at the stage where you want to push yourself to do that one. And if you can, see if you can maybe just use one hand for support, or if you feel comfortable enough to do so, many hands. Just stepping side to side. And we've still got another 10 seconds of this one. 3, 2, 1, lovely. The next one we want to grab both of our weights, and we can do this seated or standing, but we're going to be using both of our arms. So if you need to do it seated, because you need to hold on, otherwise then please come back down to the chair. So you're going to raise up to eye level and out to the side. Off we go for our 40 seconds. Good. Hopefully you're feeling yourselves working quite hard by now. Hang in there. We've got a few more exercises to do and then we can have a minute's rest. So keep doing this one for another 15 seconds. Good. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and the next one we're going to be seated, so coming back down to the chair. You want to sit on the edge of the chair with your feet fairly wide so that you can bring your hands down between your legs, and what we're going to do is lean down as far as you can, and then you're going to bring your elbows out, your weights up to your chin. Off we go for 40 seconds. So you're pulling it up to your chin and back down. So we're working our lower back here as we bend down and sit up. And then as we bring our arms up, we're also working our shoulders, but lots of other little muscles as well. 20 seconds left. 15. Good. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely stuff. The next one we're going to do seated. You can do it with or without your dumbbells. And it's going to be marching, but we're also going to be using our arms as well. So it'll look like this. Marching and climb the vine. We're going to start in 3, 2, 1. Off we go. It doesn't matter if you do the same leg or alternate legs because we're sitting down. So as long as you've got your legs and your arms working at the same time. And this is quite a pulse raiser because we're using lots of different parts of our body are working here. Good. 15 more seconds. 10. Keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Now sitting a bit further back into the chair, we've got our arms down to our sides. You're extending your legs, and then you're going to bicep curl and extend and bicep curl and so on. We're starting in 3, 2, 1. Off we go. And you can extend one leg at a time if 2 at the same time is a bit too difficult for you. Good. So doing them alternating. So as your legs are resting, your arms are working, and vice versa. Good. We've got 15 seconds left of this one, and then I'd like you to come up to standing again behind the chair. 10 more seconds. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Coming up behind the chair, we can put our weights down for this next one because we want our hands free so we can support ourselves. We're going to have nice wide feet. Hopefully you can see me behind the chair. And I'm going to bend over towards one side and over to the other side. Off we go for 40 seconds. Good. And try and stick your bum out as you bend down to each side. So imagine that your knees aren't coming over your toes. too much. Good. And we've just got 10 more seconds of this one. Then we're picking our weights back up for a more upper body focused exercise in 3, 2, 1. So again, if you need your arms to support you when you're standing, then come back down to seated for this next one. We're going to have our arms out to the side. It looks pretty much the same seated or standing, and you're going to bring one arm over and across, and then the other arm over and across, just to touch your shoulder. Off we go for our 40 seconds of work. We're nearly there for our rest, but please, if you need to rest in between these as well, a little bit more, then do so. And if you're revisiting these videos, you will get better. And hopefully, eventually you won't need to rest so much. 15 more seconds. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back down to the chairs. 20 seconds to transition. Now you can do this with a weight up like this, or no weights, holding your hands together. I want you to sit on the edge of your chair with both of your legs out, arms up to begin with, and you're going to bring your arms down to meet one knee, and your arms down to meet the other knee. Off we go. And you're sitting on the edge of your chair, so your back is hopefully not touching the backrest. This is definitely more of a core exercise, but we're sort of working the whole body really as well. Good. Keep going for 15 more seconds. We've got one more exercise and then we've got a minute's rest. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. So, staying on our chair, we actually can do these standing as well. You've got your arms down to your sides. So standing, you're going to be doing side bends, bending down to one side and then the other, and seated, exactly the same. We're going to start 3, 2, 1, off we go. So bending down to one side, coming up nice and tall, bending down to the other side, nice and tall. Good. And then we can look forward to our minute's rest. Grab a drink if you need to after this one. But keep ploughing on for the last 15 seconds of this round. 10 and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Resting for a minute. So grab your drinks. A minute will go pretty quickly, but just a good amount of time to get our breath back, try and relax, nice deep breaths. Giving our bodies a bit of a rest so that we can go through the exercises again. So we're going to go through them one more time, and then at the end of the session you can take your time to cool down yourselves, so do some cool down stretches like we do in other videos. So another 30 seconds rest. Nice deep breaths. And another 15 seconds, so coming back to the chairs, and we are doing our half stands, so coming halfway up, not all the way up. We're going to start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, coming out of the chair slightly and back down. We're starting our 40 seconds work. Good. Hang in there. 20 more seconds of this one. Great for the thighs. Keep going. 10 seconds. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're going to come out of our chairs and holding on to one side. So you've got the other leg free, and we're doing those circles or hip openers for 20 seconds. So starting in 3, 2, 1, off we go. So 20 seconds on this side, and I'll let you know when to switch over. Good. Lovely. Okay, coming over to the other side and carrying on. Good. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. We're grabbing one or both of our weights. We want our hands together, and you can do it seated or standing. Remember, if you need your hands for balance, then it's best to sit down for these arm ones. So we're going to push out to the front, out to the side, out to the front, out to the other side, and so on. Off we go. Now it's time to work. We can rest after the video. Really try and push yourself as much as you can. Obviously listen to your body and do as much as possible. So if it's too much and you know you need to rest, then please do, but if you know you could do a bit more, then it's a great idea to try. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Let's put our weights down, come behind the chairs. We're doing our crab walk, so that's our side stepping. So they really turn into crab walks, and we start squatting down a little bit. We're starting in 3, 2, 1, off we go. And again, challenge yourself with your balance. If you need to hold on with 2 hands or maybe just 1 hand, and play around with that a bit, maybe just your fingertips. Sometimes it's just a bit of confidence. But you know the chair's there, so if you let go and you need to hold on again, that's fine. Good. 10 more seconds, and we're going to come back down to the chairs. Well, actually you don't need to for the next one, but you can do. It's going to be an upper body one, so resting now. So if you need to, come back down to the chairs. It's going to be our front and lateral raise, so it looks exactly the same from the chairs. You want to make sure that your arms come down to the side of your thighs rather than on top like this. So off we go, front and sides. Good. Keep going. We are 20 seconds left. Lovely. 10. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So coming down to the chairs and staying seated, we're doing our deadlift into bringing the weights up to your chin and then back down, straight back down. So it all flows nicely, starting in 3, 2, 1. We go down, pulling to the chin and back down. Lovely. We're staying seated for the next one as well. Although don't be fooled because it's a pretty hard one. 20 more seconds. Reaching as far down as you can and sitting up nice and tall with this one. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. We are going to be climbing the vine next, or marching and using our arms, pushing up at the same time. So starting in 10 seconds, deep breaths, getting ready. So 3, 2, 1, off we go. Trying to keep both arms up and then just pushing up right into the sky when your leg comes up. 30 more seconds. Well done. Trying to sit up nice and tall. 20 seconds, halfway. This one. 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Sitting back in the chair. Your bums all the way to the back rest. We're doing our leg extensions and our bicep curls. When we do our leg extensions, we want to squeeze our kneecaps in, make our legs as straight as possible, tensing your quadriceps, this muscle here. Off we go. Squeeze, and then squeezing your biceps at the top as well, tensing your biceps. Making the gap between your forearm and your shoulder as small as you can. 20 more seconds. 15, and then we're coming back up behind the chairs after this one. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. So 20 seconds to behind the chairs. Nice wide stance with our feet. We're going to be bending our knee over to one side, bending our knee over to the other side. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Good. Get a nice pace going and try and maintain that throughout the time we've got to work. We're nearly done, guys. So after this one, we've got 3 more exercises to do, and then you can go for your cool down. We've got 10 more seconds of this one, and then we want to grab our weights. In 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Grabbing our weights, and we're bringing them across to opposite shoulders. So doing it seated or standing, whatever's more appropriate for you. 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Keep pushing through these last few exercises. Good. We're coming back down to the chairs after this one. We've got 15 more seconds left. Keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Going back down to the chairs. And we've got our seated crunch things where you can use a weight, or you can do it with no weights, just your hands. If you've got your weight, maybe hold it like this, legs out straight, sitting on the edge of the chair, reaching up and bringing it down to one leg, down to the other leg. Off we go. No resting for too long just yet. We've got this one and one more afterwards. 20 more seconds. Well done. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. We are on to our last exercise now. Seated or standing, it's our side bends where you're bending over to one side, up nice and tall, bending over to the other side. Try it with weights. We're starting now. Our last 40 seconds work. Up nice and tall in between each one. Try and separate them. So you pause in the middle, making sure you extend through the back. 20 seconds left. And 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and resting. Very well done, guys. Give yourselves a big pat on the back. That was really tough today. So go and grab a drink if you haven't been drinking already, and make sure you have a good rest, have a good cool down to do a few stretches at the end of this video as well. And I will see you on the next one. But thank you very much for joining me. Take care. Bye bye, guys.